to the Minister of Energy. Minister, I'm sending these energy bills to you. I'd like to appreciate you taking a look at them, and I'll leave them with Paige Sehran. Thank you. Minister, earlier this week, I met with a business owner from my riding who showed me his massive energy bills. Most notably, his global adjustment has skyrocketed. And if you look at his bills, you'll notice that he's using less power than 2 years ago, but paying much more, and his global adjustment has almost tripled. Another business owner told me that he, quote, is considering leaving Ontario and moving to the Detroit area where he can get cheaper rent and his energy costs would be half of what they currently are, end quote, taking jobs and tax revenue from my community. Minister, my question is simply this. If you were in my shoes, what would you tell these business owners?
Minister of Energy.
First of all, Mr. Speaker, I would tell those owners that we have made significant investments in the energy system because of the negligence of that party when they were in government, requiring us to spend $21 billion in new generation, Mr. Speaker, $10 billion in new transmission, and that pushed electricity rates up. As a result of those rates going up, Mr. Speaker, investments which were absolutely necessary to create a reliable and clean system, we created a number of programs for the energy sector, including the clean energy benefit for families, for industry, and that includes small business and farmers, Mr. Speaker, the energy and property tax credit, Northern Ontario Energy Credit, Northern Industrial Electricity Rate Program, Industrial Conservation Initiative, Industrial Electricity Incentive. In addition to that, over the last 7 or 8 months, Mr. Speaker, we've taken major steps to put pressure to put prices down, Mr. Speaker, and that included about...
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Well, Minister, actions do speak louder than words, and I really hope that you're not misleading Ontarians.
Withdraw.
I withdraw. Minister, my riding of Chatham-Kent Essex has lost over 10,000 manufacturing jobs since this government took place in 2003, and we cannot afford to lose any more. You tell turbine companies not to produce energy while you continue to pay them for not producing energy. All the while, more and more turbines continue to be built up, not only in my riding, but throughout Ontario. Here's the reality, Minister. Energy costs are doubling and crippling manufacturing. Businesses and families are struggling to pay bills and keep their lights on. Admit that your Green Energy Act is a failure. Minister, will you admit that you do not have a real plan to lower energy rates?
Thank you. Seated, please. Thank you. Minister.
And as I've said earlier today in question period, by renegotiating the Samsung agreement, we saved ratepayers $3.7 billion over the life of the contract. Changing the domestic content rules for the feed-in tariff program, we saved ratepayers more than $1.9 billion over the life of the contracts. Deferring the construction of 2 nuclear reactors at Darlington Generating Station, Mr. Speaker, is avoiding an estimated $15 billion in new construction. All of those would have put pressure on costs going up. Mr. Speaker, these are going to put the right pressure on our investments to push costs down, Mr. Speaker, and we will be releasing our long-term energy plan within several weeks, and I ask the member to await that, and he'll see exactly what the future holds for us.
New question.